Alright guys, do you want to learn how to defend yourself, or do you want to learn martial arts? Do you want to learn how to protect your life, you and your wife, your children, your mom, your grandmother's life, or do you want to learn martial arts? It's your choice. Now, you can do both, and you can coordinate your martial arts into your survival skills that you need to survive, in which I have done over the years. I've taken several different martial arts, and I have used it to my advantage by using my style of fighting to help me to defeat every opponent that I've ever fought, including 3 or 4 guys. So, this is what I'm going to say. I've always been known for being extremely strong, fast, and you know, over the years I've accumulated knee problems to where, you know, I've been limited to certain things. But you know, the key to survival is always being aware. Always being aware of what could happen, what can happen, and always think ahead. If you see someone, you know, acting strangely, or, you know, it's called a sixth sense, a spider sense. You know, if you think, you know, as adults, we all have a conscience. We all have this. Have you ever been beside somebody on the bus and you thought that they were weird? Well, that's your conscience speaking to you. And, you know, you wouldn't want to be in a dark room with them or in an alley or something like that. That's your body telling you that something is up. And, you know, over the years in martial arts, you learn to do that. So that's what I do. I never try to put myself in a situation to where I know that there's danger. And if I'm fighting, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 people, I'm never going to let them surround me or get behind me or anything. I'm going to try my best. Now, every move doesn't have to be perfect, especially if you're fighting 2 to 3 people. So the thing is to always move your feet, pivot your feet, always stay on your toes, be aware, use your hands. You're using your hands, your legs, you're keeping your knees bent. You're almost like pouncing. You're like this. Show them my feet, Shelly. You're almost like pouncing, like you're doing basketball or something like that. You want to stay light on your toes. Keep your knees bent. And, you know, if somebody comes at you, you know, use your speed, your agility, and your coordination to move out of the way and throw them into the next person. Now, I'm not talking about an Aikido throw where you're taking them and you're grabbing their arm and you're twisting them around and throwing them in like Steven Seagal. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Whatever you have to do, kind of like a push or a shove. Keep them at bay. Don't wear yourself out, though. Minimum effort, maximum effect is what you want. So, if someone's coming in towards you, you can block, do whatever you need to do, but do what you have to do to try to hurt that person as quickly as you can. Now, if somebody's coming in towards me and they throw like a haymaker or something like that, me being as strong as I am and quick as I am, I'm going to be able to take a punch in order to get in. So I'm going to take that punch, I'm going to put my shoulder into them, I'm going to turn my head to the side, I'm going to grab them around their waist, and I'm going to flip them over, and I'm going to try to make them land on their head. And at the same time, I'm watching my surroundings too, making sure that I'm safe. Now, but first and foremost, you need to learn how to strike and things like that. Now, your hands, a regular fist, I take mine like this, and I roll them in. But in the fight, you don't have time to do all that. So anyway, I'm going to show you. These 2 knuckles is what you use at all times. Nothing down here, these 2 knuckles. And you want to have the thumb right here, up under the knuckles. And keep your wrist straight, Never hyperextend your elbow. The punch needs to be.
She isn't bleeding, she's leaking. We got dual lividity.
And when you throw the punch, I want you to breathe out. I want you to breathe out hard because it's going to give you that extra power, that extra momentum that you need. And when you do it, you twist the body a little bit. You know that adrenaline rush you get when something exciting happens, or if you're afraid. I know you've heard stories of people being able to lift cars and things like that when they're afraid because their adrenaline's up. They get strong. So naturally, when you're in a fight or something like that, emotions are going to be high, your adrenaline's going to be high, your blood's going to be pumping. So when your blood is pumping, that means that your muscles and everything is working overtime, working actively. So you can do that. Like that. At the same time, you're breathing in and breathing out. Like that. One punch. Then go back. Always keep your guard up. Never have your guard down here when you're in a fight. And when you're facing someone, you never want to face them flat. You always want to make sure that they have as less room as possible to hit you. No target space. So if they try to hit you, you can either block like that. Now I use primary and secondary punches, which mean or blocks, which means I'm going to have my primary, and this is going to be my secondary. Primary is if the punch comes up. The secondary is what's going to keep it from going all the way through. And then I'm going to apply that shoulder in with it to keep it from connecting. And then this goes with kicks too. Now kicks, especially if they're throwing a front roundhouse. If they're throwing a front roundhouse, where they're lifting the knee up like that, what I want to do is I want to come in as close as I can to the body. I don't want to go on the outside of the kick. I don't want to catch the end. I don't want to catch the foot. I want to go all the way in.
Skipping again.
I want to go all the way in towards the knee. And if I can, I'm going to try to scoop them. I'm going to try to clip them. I'm going to grab the leg when I'm in. Now, if you're quick enough, that is. You're going to go all the way in. You're going to slam them. Now, I like to slam people. So, that's what I'm known for. It's called the Wofford slam. But anyway, I like to slam people. So, when I see somebody about to throw a kick like that, I may try to block one with my leg like that. Try to block with my legs and my arms, keeping that secondary, primary, and the shoulder up, making sure nothing gets through. But then I'm gonna be timing them at the same time, so I'll know when they swivel the hip and I know when they swing. So if they get ready to do like that, I'm going in. By the time they get there, I'm gonna already be in. And it's worked so many times on so many different martial artists I can't count. And I remember when I was 13, there was a black belt named Larry. He was, and you know, I wasn't that experienced. I was a grappler. So he kept throwing kicks. He kept throwing those high kicks like that. And he could have connected if he wanted to, I guess. But I timed him perfectly when he was about to throw a kick. I went in, I slammed him on his ass. And, you know, everybody was saying, well, you know, he got lucky and all this other stuff. Well, black belts do make mistakes. And that's what you want to make them do, is make mistakes. You want them to get upset. You want them to get mad. You want them to overexert themselves, get overconfident, and make mistakes. You try not to make the mistakes. And at the same time, you try to keep your energy level down. Save it. And if you're in a situation to where you can get away, get to people, then fine. Now, if I'm doing something to where I really need to hurt someone, not kill them, hurt someone, and get away, if I know that they're getting close to me, I'm going to use my open palm. I'm going to use the open palm, plain and simple. I'm going to do something there. I'm going to try to smash his nose in. I'm going to try to smash him on the side of the jaw. I'm going to smash him up under here. I'm going to hit him in the head. Open palm. Because 9 times out of 10, the open palm is going to be a lot more devastating than that punch, just depending on where you hit him. I like sternum punches. I like groin punches. I also like elbows, especially when it comes to elbowing them in the chin or in the side of the head or whatever the case may be. But I never do that unless I need to. I never do that unless I need to. 9 times out of 10, somebody gets pushing you or something like that, you can pretty much end it because the normal fighter is what we're talking about. The normal street fighter, or they're just going to throw haymakers and things like that, and those people are easy to beat. If they're just throwing haymakers or something like that, you can brush off a little punch and get in to take them and then grab them by the neck, and then I'll swing them around over my leg, grab them like that, swing them around,
Where are you coming from before this?
put them down like that, then I'll choke them out.
My uncle's on a lot. Really?
Either way,
He's on the board here. He figured me smoking pot,
jiu-jitsu, judo, grappling, and things like that are way more effective than striking.
So this floor's mainly
You
classrooms.
shouldn't
We've
have to
got,
strike very
72
much
residents
in order
right
to
now.
win a fight
Youngest is
if
12, oldest 17.
you're talented
Most
enough
of
to
the
do
girls
so.
are here about a year.
Now,
Once they
a
get
lot
their
of people are a lot
medication,
confident with their
therapy,
striking and
whatever.
things like that. I can understand that because you can get knocked out like that
One of our
if
day
you're not
rooms.
careful.
It's got a timeout room attached. The
And a lot of
cafeteria,
people have
therapy,
devastating
medication room.
kicks, and a lot of people have those tricky kicks too. I've seen it in the UFC all the time. I'm not downgrading kicks and strikes and things like that. Trust me, I know. Before my knees
There
were
would be
injured,
study hall. Now,
I have a torn meniscus joint and a torn ACL on my right leg. So before my knees were injured, I was throwing those type of kicks, but they were usually spinning back
you
kicks.
got to schedule every minute of
They
their
were usually
day.
spinning back kicks.
Lean
But
into the structure.
the kicks that I see this guy Jake Mace doing, he's throwing the kick like this. Put the camera on where he's throwing the kick like this, which, okay, if you're throwing a spinning heel kick, you need to twist the body first and then come around. The knee has to be up so you get more power. And he's not doing that. He's just doing straight level from his hip. And see, the kick needs to be up, coming around when you do it. I don't have much room in here, so I can't really do much. But you have to make sure that that knee is up. That's where all your power is coming from. Swivel in the hip and the knee. Wide. That's how you're doing it. You're not coming around just throwing a kick and doing like that. That's not how it's done. Anybody teaches you that way needs to be ashamed of themselves. And there's no way that I'm going to use my wrist for a forward, upward strike, duck move, or whatever you want to call that. I don't know what that is. I mean, they may do that in Chinese Kung Fu. I don't know Chinese Kung Fu. I just know that I'm not going to do that. Unless it's to a strike to somebody's neck or something. You know, hard surface versus soft. Soft versus hard. Now, I'm going to take my elbow and take it to the sternum or something like that, or I'm going to take my elbow and take it to the side of the jaw or something like that, or I'm going to take a knee and hit him up under the chin or in the side of the jaw or something like that. But I'm never going to take my wrist and hit them in the top of their head or something like that. But, and I've seen martial artists that say hit them on the top of their head right here with your fist. I've done that before. And look at my knuckles. Look at my knuckles. That's from going through a windshield. Cut it almost halfway up, going through a windshield when I was 17. So I know what it is. I have a knife wound right here. Where I fought a guy with a knife. I have a cut right here. So I mean, if you don't know how to handle it, don't approach it. Because I mean, these moves that I see these guys doing on these martial arts demonstrations, doing this and blocking the knife strikes and things like that. Do you think somebody's just going to be like this and give you their hand? Are you serious? No, they're coming in like, or like that. And how do you block something like that? How do you block something like that? It's a lot of force coming down. It's a whole lot of force coming down like this, so I try to stay away from it. And you know what I do? I take my shirt, my pants, or whatever I have, and use it as to try to deflect it and get away. Because I'm not going to try to fight somebody with a big long butcher knife like that, just doing like this. The best thing you can do is to just try to deflect it with something. Pick up a stick, a pole, or something, or take your jacket off your shirt or something like that and try to deflect it and grab hold of that arm and lock it in. Lock it in where his hand is right here. And he cannot move that knife at all. And you got that arm grabbed, and you twisted it like this, and at the same time you got control of his arm or his shoulder or something like that. And you know what? The more pressure you apply, I don't care about that other hand over there. I don't, because I've got a hold of that knife that he's trying to kill me with and do serious damage. I'll take his punch over a knife any day. So I'm doing this, and it's not going to be very effective if I got his arm like this inside here with the knife. And I'm trying to get that knife out of his hand as quickly as possible. So I always take the most dangerous weapon over the most serious. You stay back away from the knife. And you know what? You're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt if you try to fight somebody with a knife. I've been cut 2 or 3 times. But you know what? Collateral damage. If I've got to do that to jam his arm, if I've got to take one cut or a slice to jam his arm, yeah, I'm going to do that. Because after I jam his arm, I know that it's a good chance that I'm going to get that knife out of his hand, with the skill that I have. So I'm going to jam that arm, even though I'm bleeding. Look at my lip here. I got hit with a crowbar. But you know what? I end up taking that crowbar out of that guy's hand and beating the living crap out of him. Yeah, my lip is split right here. So, these are real life fights, gentlemen. The guy came up on me, he hit me with the crowbar, and I knew that I had to get in close to him in order for it not to be as effective as him stand back slinging. So, I had to take that. That's the only way that's the only choice I had. So, he had to hit me like this, and he got me with it, but I was in on it. And then I took the crowbar, I twisted it out of his hand while we were wrestling. I know the twist. I do know that much, and nobody can dispute this. I twisted it out of his hand. I'll go get the guy because we're good friends now. But anyway, I twisted it out of his hand, and then I picked him up around his waist and slammed him down on the ground and elbowed him like 30 times before the police got there and fucked him up. So anyway, that's one scenario. Another time, a guy had a gun. And you know what? I was lucky enough to be in close to him because of culture issues, he's holding the gun like this. He's holding the gun like this. I wish, Shelly, can I show them this scar right here?
Get an extra 30% off with your Macy's card or pass. And an extra 15% off
any
beauty purchase.
No.
Now at Macy's.
You see it?
Yeah.
He grazed me because he had the gun like this, and I grabbed his arm. And the gun went off and shot me right there. Grazed me right there in the ass. But you know what? I got the gun out of his hand because I got close enough to him because people like to talk crap. And you want them to talk crap. You want them to continue to talk crap. Because as long as they're talking crap to you, you're still alive. You're still alive. You still got a chance. And while they're sitting there talking crap, they're walking up closer to you because people want to know how dominant they are. They want to know how dominant they are over you, especially when they have a weapon. So, say something now, nigga. Say something now. That's what I want you to do. Say something now.
It ruins everything without bacon forever.
When he's that close, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Live TV and sense of shows and movies?
Move out of the way.
It's like the bacon of TV.
They're not expecting you. If he knew that you knew what you knew, he wouldn't be that close to you.
And look up to 5 years younger in 12
He
weeks.
wouldn't be that close to you
Number
if he
7
knew
Laboratories
you
new
knew what you knew.
line-correcting booster serum.
And if he
It
knew
works
you were
so
going to
well,
do that,
76%
he wouldn't be
of
that close
women
to you.
said injections can wait.
So,
Exclusively at Walgreens, Target, and
I'm not saying I'm the baddest man on the planet. I may be a little crazy. I may be a little out there. I may be, I don't know. I was a born fighter. My grandfather was a Green Beret. So, You know, I've had a lot of practice fighting. I had cousins and friends that were bodybuilders and gymnasts and things like that. We used to take turns, you know, beating me. Not beating me, but, you know, punch me in my chest, making me tough and things like that. So, you know, I'm used to fighting bigger opponents. I'm used to fighting more than 1 or 2 opponents and things like that. So I like doing stuff like that. And I love teaching people. And I love explaining different scenarios and situations. So, guys, check out my channel, Wofford's Way Martial Arts. And I'll be back.
You'll ask, what pain?